Hey everyone, welcome back to Poly 201. I'm Dr. Liz with Sex-Positive Psych.
I'm Kevin Patterson. I do the blog Poly Role Models, and I wrote the book Love's Not Colorblind, Race and Representation in Polyamorous and Other Alternative Communities.
Mouthful. So I could think of no one better to give me a Poly 201 tip than Kevin here.
Oh, thank you.
As a fellow Poly author and Poly superstar.
Oh, stop.
And the person who interviews all of the Poly role models, right? I figure you must have a great Poly 201 tip.
I think I do.
So what is your Poly 201 tip?
All right. Remember that your separate people are separate people. And that sounds very simply, but a lot of us get caught up in this trap of trying to compare time with person A with person B, or trying to, measure out bits of time, or carving out different activities. Like me and you only do this together, but me and this person only does that together. There's a lot of compartmentalization that happens. You really don't need to do that. Do what you need to do. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I'm telling you what I'm not going to do. And what I realize is that a lot of things, even if I do, like if I go see a movie with you and I go see that same movie with somebody else, the experience changes. The movie might be the same, but the company changes, the dialogue changes, just sort of you create a culture around your individual relationships that you don't really need to force by compartmentalizing and stipulating this thing is for person A and this thing is for person B.
Yeah. And it can be so easy sometimes to feel insecure about that stuff.
Yes.
And worried about if they go to sushi with this person, then our sushi isn't special anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it comes from this need that we all have to feel special as a form of validation.
Yeah.
That is really hard to do in non-monogamy without going down toxic roads, because special implies only to a lot of us.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Everyone is unique. Everyone has a different experience. I remember times where I'd be driving around in the car listening to music, and I'm listening to, say, 90s hip-hop, because that's the hip-hop that I grew up under. I'm listening to 90s music, and next thing you know, I'm spitting verse for verse with the person in the passenger seat, and that's one partner. Or it's somebody who didn't grow up with a lot of hip hop, so now I'm explaining this is who had beef with who. This is the history of this song.
East Coast, West Coast.
Exactly, just sort of giving a history lesson because they don't understand. We're sharing one another's cultures or something like that. So just the activity, the thing itself. It's about the people, and people really lose sight of that, and it's really easy to do. I know I do it myself.
It's not what you do that makes you special, it's who you are.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for more Poly 201. Bye.